Alright, welcome back to Tennis This Week. First of all, we got the big headliner. Gael Monfils, the human highlight reel, the backflipping, sliding, crowd-hyping machine has announced he'll be retiring in 2026. Yup, not this year, but the end of next year. Monfils has said that life is too short, which is a bit ironic, to be honest, because he's seemingly stretching his goodbye across an entire season. But honestly, that's just peak Gael. He's always been about the show, and this is just a part of it. Anyway, let's not forget, this guy's 39, and he's still ranked top 60 in the world. Earlier this year, he became the oldest ATP champion ever when he won Auckland. Also, quickly, that's like a crazy like tribal celebration they do for him. Anyway, but that's still insane. And his career, 2 slam semis, 13 titles, world number 6 at his peak, and around 1,000 YouTube highlights that will live forever. He never won a Grand Slam or even beat Djokovic. And stop. Before someone comments saying Gael won a challenger against Gael, I don't care. We're not counting that. Anyhow, but Monfils says it was never about the trophies, and it was all about the energy he gave off. So, we got Federer with the elegance, Nadal was fire, and Monfils was just pure entertainment. But yeah, definitely the injuries has piled up for him over the years. His ankles gave out last month again, and it makes sense for him to play on the finish line. But here's the good news, we still got one more year of Gael Monfils moments, so expect some more rallies, some more questionable shots. But yeah, when he finally goes, tennis is going to feel a lot more empty and a lot less fun. Definitely an end of an era coming. Okay, so on to the next news. Musetti became China's public enemy #1 the other day. So yeah, here's the deal. Musetti was playing in the quarterfinal in Beijing against Lernetienne, and he ended up retiring. Sad for him, right? Except not a single person in the crowd actually felt sad for him. In fact, he got booed off the court. He also got pretty mad. But yeah, if you rewind a couple days earlier, during his match against Pericard, Musetti was completely lost his cool and shouted, "These explicit Chinese are always coughing," while pointing to his throat. Yeah, not exactly the smartest move when you're actually playing in China. Of course they couldn't understand him and he was speaking in Italian. This clip went viral and fans have gone absolutely ballistic and started eating him alive on Twitter. Anyway, Musetti's public image went from the stylish one-hander to the guy coughing up PR disasters. And yeah, I really hope this segment doesn't actually get blocked like last time. I made some short-form content about Medvedev and they came after me. Anyhow, Musetti did put on an apology the next day saying that he wasn't talking about everyone in general and he was just talking about the few people in the stadium. In my opinion, that still doesn't make it any better whatsoever. But the damage was done by then, and the timings could not have been worse. Because now we're currently in the Asian swing of things. Whenever he walks onto a Chinese court, he's going to get a lot more coughs and a lot more boos. Imagine getting heckled by 15,000 people one night. Now, back to the thing that he had to retire mid-match in Beijing against Lernetienne. Instead of sympathy, the fans gave him the full villain exit. As he was walking off, one person booed him, in which that definitely struck a nerve. Yeah, he looked pretty mad. So yeah, Musetti's off to Shanghai next, so good luck to him. If Beijing was anything to go by, probably Medvedev will be the fan favourite. Definitely not Musetti. Anyhow, okay, right, on to Shanghai. I was going to make a prediction video for this. However, I was too slow. Anyhow, I really wonder who is going to win this event. Yeah, no, there's some great players in here. We got. Let me think. We got Alcaraz. We got Sinner. Oh wait, what? What's that? Sorry. Really? You being serious? Oh, what's that? Alcaraz isn't playing. He's currently being held hostage by Sinner.
I'm just really disappointed to announce that I won't be playing at the Shanghai Masters this year.
Anyhow, yes, Alcaraz withdrew because of his previous injury in Tokyo. So I guess Sinner will definitely be winning it. I'm calling it now, if this video comes out before or not. But yeah, crazy Masters 1000, my favourite one. Okay, right, on to our final segment. Iga Swiatek has basically been saying that the tennis season is way too long and way too intense. And the rules, to be honest, are pretty insane, especially on the WTA side. I'll get into that. So here's the situation. Swiatek has cruised into the last 16 in Beijing. But after Camila Oriso also retired, and 5 players have also retired on the same day. We got Musetti, Zheng, Mensik, and more. Basically, the physios are just doing all the work. To be honest, the physios are busier than the umpires right now. The umpires don't really do anything nowadays. They just make silly calls.
Ladies and gentlemen, play suspended.
Oh my goodness.
Or something like that. They don't even call lines now. But yeah, so Iga came out saying that the season is too long and too intense, and that she might have to skip some tournaments, even if they are mandatory, just to protect her health. And that word mandatory is where things get messy, because the WTA have this rule where if you're a top player, you don't just get to pick your schedule. No, you actually have to play the 4 slams plus 10 WTA 1000s. So, you know, that's Indian Wells, Miami, Madrid, Rome, Beijing, etc. And add 6 WTA 500, you know, these smaller tournaments. However, you add all those up and you're looking at around 20 tournaments before you even think about the finals at the end of the year. Potentially 21 tournaments this year. Most of them back-to-back across 4 continents is just crazy, and you know, it's very stressful. You know, if this was in the ATP, Djokovic would have retired like 7 bazillion years ago or something like that. But yeah, he literally only plays like 6 tournaments nowadays. Anyhow, but yeah, if you don't show up to these, you get fined and you'll lose ranking points. But sometimes both Swiatek has already learned the hard way. Last year, she skipped Beijing and Wuhan for cited personnel reasons, and boom, she lost tons of points. That's literally how Aryna Sabalenka was able to take the #1 ranking off her. She was also having a pretty terrible season, but we'll ignore that. But basically, they're getting punished for trying not to break their body, which is crazy. But yeah, so Iga is now taking this new approach, which is screw the rules, and she's doing what is healthy for her. And honestly, I think she's right, because Djokovic has already, of course, cut his schedule in half. Federer, Rafa, and Serena. I mean, Rafa literally didn't play at all. You know, last year he played like 2 matches or something. Federer skipped a majority of clay seasons as it was too physical on the body. People start doing that during the latter end of their careers. But the WTA is still out here pretending like the players are, you know, superheroes or something. But anyhow, that's basically it for the week. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see ya, bye.